Hello, everybody. I know I took quite a hiatus from posting videos, but I thought I really need to get back to that. There's one thing I wanted to talk about today, which is a plank exercise or a push-up exercise. I really love those because they really help with the core stabilization. You really got to engage that core, strengthen that core. That is key. You also strengthen your arms, which is something we often don't do as much. We walk, we do other things, but we don't really strengthen our arms, and we strengthen our upper back, which is also we have the more rounded posture when we sit, when we're on our phones, when we just relax. And the upper back gets weak and it's just not as supportive. If all those muscles, the core is weak, the upper back is weak, the arms are weak, it has a big impact on our whole body, on our posture, on how we feel, and how our spine is supported, especially if you have any back issues, or you probably will develop back issues if you don't strengthen those. So today I just wanted to show you a progression of the push-up exercise. So the easiest that you can do is, stand about, 2-3 feet away from the wall. Depends on how strong you are. You're going to put your hands on the wall. They're kind of about shoulder height. Engage that core, chest up, core engaged. And then you bring your nose to the wall and back. The feet can stay all the way on the floor, or the heel can come off a little bit. That depends on your flexibility in your ankles. But you can do about 10, and I already lost count of my numbers here, but you can do about 10. Keep that core engaged, shoulders are back and down, chest is up. Perfect. So you can either go as far down as you can doing the exercises with me, or you just do only the exercise that is at your level. So this is the easiest. Everybody can do that. If you can't do 10, you can do 5 or 2. If you do those every day, you'll see that you'll get better and better and better. Okay, so the progression from there is you go to a higher surface. Anything that is stable, that is sturdy, countertops, high countertops, dressers, all work. Same thing, you step a little bit back. Can have either, you can't see it in the video here, but you can have either the whole foot on the ground or just the toes as you come forward. Same thing, you come closer. Ooh, mine is creaking and cracking here. Normally, the elbows go out to the side. If you want to make it a little bit harder, working the triceps a little bit more, you can keep the elbows closer to your body. Let's do a few more. Again, 10 is a good number to shoot for. Perfect. So if you're doing really well here on that higher surface, you can progress to a little bit lower surface. That means your feet are probably a little bit further back. You keep your whole body in a straight line, the legs and the back and the shoulders. You can only do that if you engage that core. Don't stick your bottom out. You have a straight line. Same thing here. Just a little bit lower. You have to work a little bit harder to do that. Same number, about 10. If you do the previous ones, you might be already feeling that really well by now. But if this is where you're at on the lower surface, you don't have to build up to it. You can just do your lower surface exercise there. Perfect. I'm bad counting today, but that's okay. You know, 10 is a good number. Okay, if you're doing pretty good with this one, then we're going to the floor. The floor is a little bit harder. So just getting down and up from the floor is harder for us. But if you can, that's an option. I have a really thick yoga mat here. It's really soft, really thick. That protects my knees. You can always take a blanket to put under your knees to make that a little bit softer, a little bit gentler on your knees. If you have a hard time going down to the floor and coming up, don't do it. Just stay with your lower surface. So the first one you can do here is you keep the knees on the ground. You still have a line of your legs and your body. So core is engaged, same thing, going down and up. And you might not be able, like I am not very good at this, especially doing the others ahead. And I know I lost quite some strength within the last few weeks, definitely. Haven't exercised quite as much. So even if you can go only down a little bit, down and up, it's better than nothing. The lower you can, the better it is. If you can do all 10, awesome. If you can, do a few less. Do them every day. That's going to really help. The last one, which I'm already tired by now too. So I tried it earlier and I realized I've gotten really bad at it. Bad as in I've gotten very weak. So I can't do it very well either. I'm just going to do a couple here, but I show you what the progression is. So that's the hardest one that I show you. There is harder ways to do it, but I think that's plenty for us. So here you make the whole plank, body in line in your back. And what you also can do is, if you make it down to the floor and back up, just hold that plank position for a little bit. That in itself is already a great strengthening. You can hold it for 15 seconds, 30 seconds. Maybe you can go longer than that and increase that time as you go. Just holding that is a good preparation for the actual push-up. And I'm only going to do a couple, and you'll see I won't get very far down. I can only do a little bit right now. That's all I can. And that's okay. Perfect. So I challenge you for the next 30 days to do those push-up exercises every single day. Find a time in your day where you plan on doing those. Set your alarm to do it. Maybe get somebody to be accountable for, a friend, a family member. You can do it together. You can have a Zoom meeting and all do it together and do those exercises. I will try. I'm not making any promises, but I'll try to post mine live on Facebook every day if I can. I'm not sure yet about the time. Should have probably thought about that before I made this video. But I will try to post those daily and try to keep you accountable here too. So join me in the push-up challenge. Again, start at the wall. If you're doing great with that, progress to a higher surface. If you're doing good with that, go to a lower surface. You can always add some repetitions also before you move to the next level. Instead of 10, try to do 15 or up to 20 and go from there. So there's always room for improvement. We all can get better. I definitely can, as you could see. So let's work on that. Let's keep our core engaged, which really helps us with any back issues. So thank you for joining me today. It was good seeing you again. I hope to see you soon.